Hi, this is Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and my project for today is this beautiful box I made that opens like this, and it was a sneak peek of some new products we have from the August to December mini catalog. I will show you some things from the catalog, little sneak peeks, until August 3rd. And then on the 4th you can order them. But from now until August 3rd, it has been going on this month. Whatever money you spend at Stampin' Up, every time you spend $50, you get $5 to spend in August, which you could use to buy things from the holiday catalog. Okay, so for this project, we used the gift wrapped stamp set and the gift bow builder punch. I don't know if you can see. Let me try to get that out of the light. There you go. Alrighty, so we'll be using these two, and it's kind of retro. A lot of the sayings look very retro. I love it. Beautiful. Alright, so let's start with our box. We need a piece of real red that is 8 3/4 by 7. So we'll do the 8 3/4 this side, and then 7 on this side. Okay, and this trimmer is great. I've used it since March when I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I haven't needed to change the blade yet. Just a little tidbit. Okay, now let's get our Simply Score. And on the 8 3/4 side, let me get my directions. We're going to score at 2.5, 4, 6.5, and 8. And then we're going to turn it to the 7-inch side, and we're going to score at 1.5 and 5.5. And that's that. Okay, so we're going to bold and burnish everything. There's a lot of cuteness in the catalog, and I'll be showing you. I bought, I think, 5 or 6 stamp sets and a couple of punches, so I'll be able to show you a good amount from the catalog. I bought a lot of ribbon too. Okay. Right, so this is what we want to do. Okay, so you want to have your 3/4 inch skinny long rectangle on the right hand side. All right, and we're going to get rid of the smallest one here. Completely get rid of this on both sides. Okay. And now we're going to cut these tabs this way, okay? So we're going to cut, this is going to be our flap. So we're going to cut that piece straight, and then just wedge a little bit into the squares next to it. Okay, and now we're back to the position where we had the 3/4 inch piece to the right. All right, and we're going to keep this line here, and we're going to go, I guess now, after we cut off this piece, to the second score line, and we're going to free up this square. I'm going to keep these two rectangles straight, and we're going to wedge out of this square. Okay. And we're going to go on the other side, and we're going to do the same thing. The two rectangles are going to stay straight line, and we're going to wedge into the square, just so that it closes nicely. Okay. And then we need our detail trio punch, and we're going to use it to round the corners of the flap, which helps it go in the box much more easily. Okay, and we did that. Now we want to put our DSP on. So we need, now this is the Heartwarming Hugs paper. It's the back of it. I'm not sure if I can show you the whole package yet, so I won't do that because I don't want to cause a problem. All right, so for the DSP, we need two pieces that are 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, and they're going to go right here and here. We need 4 pieces. No, I'm sorry, 2 pieces. I got too many. 2 pieces that are 2 1/4 by 1 1/4, and 1 piece that is 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. And I will have this on my blog, so it doesn't confuse you. And this goes there, and then these go right here because these are going to be on the outside. Alrighty. Okay, let me get my, I want to say snail, it's not my seal. Now, supposedly you're supposed to angle this up a little bit when you do it, but I don't know. Let's say the jury is out for me on the seal. I was happy with the snail, but I know they wanted a new one to put the seal plus. This is excellent. This is very excellent. I like this. It doesn't give you a problem going on. It holds very nicely. But this seal is, I mean, you get the knack of it a little, but it seems like every time I start it, I need to restart. Like if I haven't used it for a day or two, I have to restart it, which isn't a big deal, really. But with the snail, you didn't have to. Alrighty. And I'm just putting this on now because we're going to take a notch out of the bottom. I wonder if I'm going to run out. Maybe I'm going to run out, and that's why it's giving me a hard time. Okay, and now these last two. See, it's really, I don't know about it. See, because I've been using it for quite a while now, and it's still giving me a hard time. Okay. And one of the other things I love about this color paper, this particular paper, is that there's no up and down, sideways. I can just put it on there. All right, and now we need a small circle punch to take a finger hole out of right here. And we don't sell these right now, so use whatever you got. Okay, so that matches perfectly, and what we need is to put tear and tape here and here. I'm using the tear and tape on this because I'm not going to put it together right all at once, so I want to have it there for me when I need it and not have it be all sticky. All right, so on the side that the DSP is on, you put glue on these 2 tabs. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over, and you want tear and tape here and here, which is kind of the next to where the label is. And close to the score line is where you need the most hold, but I put a little one on the outside just to hold it. Okay, and if you can see, I left a big score line in here when I cut it, and this piece has a little something. So I'm going to fix it now before it gives me a hard time when I'm putting it together. There we go. Okay. All right, now, first we want to do these. But I do like tear and tape too. I like them both evenly, I guess. All right, and we're going to attach this to the piece that does not have, and I did it wrong. Oh, really? Okay, hold on. Okay, I made an error. I shouldn't have put the glue should be right here where I just took it off, but I shouldn't have put the paper on this one. The paper should, these little ones, now I'm lucky I made extra. These ones should go here and here, but it's okay. I mean, we'll cover it up, but it's just a shame to cover up your beautiful paper. So when you put, you don't have to put, what I suggest is you don't have to put your side DSP on until after you're finished. Or you can, but just make sure that you put it on the side closest to the label, to the top closure. All right. Now this was where we put the glue. Okay, we put it on this tab, and I just attached it to the one that has the finger hole in it. Okay. Now we need glue, which I just took off because I thought I was wrong. It was the paper. So I'm going to put the tear and tape back on. Goodness gracious, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, almost ready here. All right, so we just got a little bit of extra DSP on the side. That's it, no biggie. I just didn't want to have to start the whole video over. I'm sorry. Alrighty. Yeah, I had it right on here too. I guess I just did it wrong when I was chatting too much. Alright, and then we're going to take this and we're going to close it up. Okay. And there we have our box, which is pretty spacious in there, I have to say. Okay. All right, now we're going to work on the decoration. Okay. So we need a piece of Whisper White, and using the same stamp, and we need the green. We used garden green for this, and I was surprised we don't have a garden green Stampin' Blend. I'm going to do two, just in case I make a mistake again. Okay. So to color in the little tag, which we're going to use, to color in the bow, I used real red, and instead of the garden green, which I stamped it with, which I kind of like because then the inside looks a little lighter, I used the light mossy meadow. But we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to stamp this, which I'm going to punch this separate because I don't want it to get in the way. And then we'll use the green again on the little insert into the, it's little holly leaves. We're going to put in the tag. So cute, adorable. All right. Okay, so we're done with this ink for now. And then I'm going to cut it out because I don't want to cut it out wrong after I colored it. So I just kind of put pressure on it to make sure that all the things are good, and then I squeeze it. And a little piece to cover the bow I think comes out, which I'm not using, to cover the middle, and this little tag, but we're not going to do that piece. We're going to cut out the other one. Alright, so I'm going to put real red on the inside. It's like the fatter piece of the ribbon. I'm going to just try to stay in the lines. Okay, did I tell you this is the dark real red? And let me show you. You have another bow that's kind of like squares all around. And you have a bow that's lined all around. So this reminds me of like a candy cane bow where it would be red and white. And then two separate little bows that you can just stamp. And then there's wrapped especially for you, tied with love, a very Merry Christmas. I'm seeing if you can see this because this is so sweet. It's very like 50s-ish time period and celebrate in style. Very adorable. Okay, and now we're taking the light mossy meadow, and I use the pointy end for this, the thinner marker, so that it doesn't get all over. It's very thin spaces. My mom passed away last July, and I got, she had an insurance policy from a long time ago, and she has 5 kids. She had 5 kids. There's 5 of us, so I got a little bit of money, and I gave a little bit to my kids to buy something special each, and then I said, what could I do to make this, not just spend it on something. I didn't want to just spend it. And what I did was start this business. It would help me buy some of my first supplies, and I hope I can continue to make her proud because she was a crafter. She started me crafting from, I can't even remember when I started. That's how early she started me crafting. So I really, I enjoy doing this, and it's a tribute to my mom, and I hope I can start getting more business and show you all these things. I will always show everyone things, but hopefully I can stay in business. Alrighty. So thank you for watching, those of you who are watching. And if you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you need supplies, think of me, that's all. Alright, now I need another bow out of real red, so just a plain one. Okay, so what I did was I backed this bow up with another red bow to give it a little dimension. I don't know if you can see under there, but there's another one right below it. So what I did is on the back of this bow I used today is this gold trim, which is really nice. It's solid for such a thin piece, and it doesn't seem to be fraying, which I'm thrilled. And this, oh no, I didn't use the red. I decided against the red, but this is pretty also. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of like the tea room combo that just went out last year. It's real red. I think this is 1/8 of an inch. Yeah. And it's trimmed on both sides with gold, and they also have it in old olive with the gold on the edge. And this is the all the trimmings ribbon combo pack, these two. And this Wonder of the Season ribbon combo pack comes with this very sweet, that's a 1-inch shaded spruce. They do this. Okay, just wanted to show you the pack that it is in. Okay, and then I just took this and I kind of made a loose bow with my fingers. Okay, just like that. And I cut it off, and I squeezed it with 2 of my fingers while I wrapped more of it right around the middle so that I could tie the bow off. Excuse me. While I use my teeth, I do that sometimes. I know I shouldn't. Okay, so that's tied. I'm just going to tie this piece off. Get them lower. Okay, and then I took, trim this one a little too. Then I took a glue dot and I stuck this, just make sure, yeah, stuck this to the back. Okay, and then I glued this bow on top and just a little bit up so that the red is like a border of red underneath the whole thing. Okay, so I put it most of the glue towards the bottom of this because I know that's where it will definitely touch. Okay, so I guess you could really do this gluing before you put the bow on. I guess that's my thought process. I didn't know I was going to do it until after I put the bow. So, all right, there you go. And then I just took some dimensionals and I put them, I kind of held on to the skinnier parts of the bow and stuck them down with it. And I think I might need an edge on both sides of the bow. And there you go. Okay. And this is going to be our back. So this here is our front. Oops, wait. Almost did it, but I remembered we need to cut out our, oh boy, I might have just made it hard. Let's see. It has to go down there. Yeah, I did. I made it hard. Oh, no, maybe not. No, I didn't. Okay, here we go. We'll stick it in this way. And then stick it in this way so you can see it. And I didn't make it long enough. I did make it hard. So what I'm going to do is get a sticky note. So you take your sticky note and you put it on your piece, because then that will give you a longer reach. And I still need to cut a little off here. But it will. The sticky note is a lifesaver if you don't want to restamp what you need. And then you can just adjust it to where you want it and pop it out. And there you go. And for that, I left the green just open with the white, and the berries, I just took the pointy end of the real red. I just made a dot right there, there, and there. Okay. Now we need our piercer, and I just made a hole in the top. And I put some put some of the baker's twine through it. And just tied a little knot. You don't need a lot of string for this. Okay. And I tied one more, another box. I think this is a square knot. I'm not sure, but okay. And then you can just cut it off the roll. And then all I did was I put it wherever I wanted. Like this, which you could probably do this again before you do this, but I only decided after I did the whole schmeal before I that I was going to put that on there. And I just took a little glue dot and put it over the string. It would be much easier if you just put it underneath the gold string, because it would catch it perfectly. Okay? Just so that it will keep it in the bottom right there. Alrighty? Is that good? Yeah, it's secure. And I'm just going to snip off these long pieces since we don't need them getting in the way. Okay, so we're just going to put glue dot right there. And if you, you could always put this on before you do the other bow, but I had decided to put it on after, so this is the this is the system I'm using to keep it together. All right, and then I'm just going to cut off that little bit of extra that's there so it doesn't show. And then we have our bow. Okay, we already have our dimensionals ready. Make sure the top is this way. And just place it gently on there, and then open your box. You can push it. And there you have it. Now this box measures 4 by 2.5 by 1.5. So you could fit a lot of stuff in there. Or just put some paper in there with something small. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. I would love it if you would subscribe. I do videos usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. I put them up. And I would love it if you would purchase your Stampin' Up! Supplies from me. I have the website at the top of the screen is where you can buy from me, from Stampin' Up! And on the links below are my blog, which has all the measurements and everything, so you don't have to remember. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone who has followed me. I love you all. I will see you next time. Bye.